Hello, this is Ryan Shaw, and this is a video I thought I'd put together, kind of talking about all my 4 or 5 inch action figures. Maybe there's 3 inch, I don't know. But a lot of my smaller action figures that I have, it's just kind of a mix of just about everything. There's at least a couple DC and a couple Dragon Ball Z type figures in there. At least like 1 DC and 2 Dragon Ball figures. Most of it's going to be Marvel stuff. Obviously I have a lot more. This is all I could find to put in this small box. But here's Green Goblin. A lot of these are going to be those Marvel Legend like retro figures. So this one's Green Goblin. He does come with like a glider and like his handbag thing for his pumpkin bombs. I'm going to have to search for those. They're in a box somewhere. I kind of just compiled these. Kind of rushed and compiled these. But Green Goblin is actually my favorite Spider-Man villain. And another one of my favorite Spider-Man villains is in this too. In that box too. So yeah, Green Goblin, really cool Spider-Man villain. Here's my favorite X-Man, Wolverine. In his classic Wolverine costume with the claws popped out. Hopefully they make like a brown suit Wolverine like this too. I would like that. Personally, I would like that. Yeah, this is like Wolverine from like that X-Men 97 show. I'm not going to give my opinions on that show until I watch it, but I've just heard some things that are kind of not so great. Just my opinion, though. But yeah, there's Wolverine. I could do individual videos for these figures if you want, or if I feel like it. Here's one of the few DC figures that I could find. It's Bane from Batman, the guy who broke Batman's back, right? Well, I have him here. I have him right here. I do have Batman and Robin too. But if I can ever find them and get to them. Maybe I'll talk about those too. So here's Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet and the Infinity Gems within it too. So yeah, you can't have Thanos without, you can't have the Avengers without Thanos. Because Thanos is the Avengers villain. So I think pretty much everyone knows who reads a comic book or has watched comic book movies knows who Thanos is. At least among the Marvel movies. You gotta know who he is. you know. So nothing really much to say about him. Everybody pretty much know. You think you pretty much know who Thanos is. And speaking of Wolverine, here's Deadpool. It's really cool that Deadpool and Wolverine are gonna finally get their own movie together. So finally, Deadpool and Wolverine are going to be put into this universe that Marvel has made within their movies, which means the X-Men are coming soon, and the Fantastic Four. So hopefully that Fantastic Four movie or Deadpool can make things interesting again. But anyways, yeah, here's Deadpool. I do have his weapons and stuff somewhere, or I have some weapons I could put with him somewhere. Obviously, I'm going to put him over here with Wolverine. Here's one of my Dragon Ball Z ones. That's Frieza. That's Frieza in his first form. That's kind of a weird one too, because he doesn't have his lips aren't painted, so he looks awkward. I did have the armor for him, but I don't know where it is. There's going to be another Dragon Ball in this box too. But this one's got a movable tail, and his center piece thing on his chest moves because you're supposed to put the armor on him, then move this thing, then the armor pops off like he's transforming. So that's pretty much Frieza. I mean, he's my favorite Dragon Ball villain. He's my favorite Dragon Ball villain recently. And it really sucks that his voice actor is kind of passed away. I mean, I really haven't played any of the recent Dragon Ball games, so I don't know if they've found a new voice actor for Frieza, or they're just using AI now. You know how they use the AI voices now. Here's Electro. Another Spider-Man villain. So not really there much to say about him, it's just Electro. Here's the Hulk. The Green Hulk, the more classic Hulk. I do have the gray one somewhere. So you can have him fight Thanos or whatever other monster you want him to fight. Which I've got some ideas now. Here's another one of the Avengers. Probably the Avenger out of all of them. Captain America. Because you gotta have Captain America. It's not the Avengers without Captain America. This is the guy who pretty much leads the whole team. I do have his shield somewhere. As a matter of fact, I think I saw it and some box or whatever. Here's Cyclops, one of the two Cyclops figures that I had that's this size. This is the classic one though, with the mask completely covering his face. I mean, his hair is not hanging out of the top of it. So this is more like a 70s, 80s era Cyclops. I do have some other X-Men too. I have Iceman, and I think I might have... But I obviously have Iceman and I have Wolverine. I think I might have two Wolverines, I don't know. There's the Man with That Fear, Daredevil. I do have Bullseye too. Matter of fact, he's right here. So there's Bullseye and Daredevil. I do have Elektra somewhere too. So that's pretty much two halves of the Daredevil stuff that they've released so far in this size. I do have the yellow suited Daredevil too. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to get these out of the way. Here's like three halves of the Fantastic Four. I don't have the Human Torch. If I just had the Human Torch, this thing would be complete. But I do have the Thing, I have Mr. Fantastic, and I have Invisible Woman. So that's like three halves of the Fantastic Four. Right there. Here's Venom, which is my favorite Spider-Man villain I was talking about. Even though he's not really a villain, he's a hero now. You know, I do have the black-suited Spider-Man too. Here's the other Dragon Ball figure that I have. It's Goku. It's Super Saiyan Goku. But it's kind of one of those limited Dragon Ball figures, though. It's where he fits in with everyone else, but only his arms and his head moves. But that doesn't really bother me, to tell you the truth. I also have Vegeta this size too. I tried to look for him earlier, but maybe I'll put him on video eventually. So that's Super Saiyan Goku. You know, you can't really get him in any blast poses. He's kind of just in a power up, kind of flexing pose that they always like to do on there. But yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that Goku's, with all the Gokus that I have, I think it's pretty obvious he might be my favorite, other than Vegeta. So that's Goku right there. So that's pretty much all I've got compiled right now. If I ever find any of the other ones, I might do a second part to the video. So, yeah.